And no, still not done yet. And 7.5, practice, practice, practice. You need to put in the time and effort into getting better. Avoid quick play or non-competitive modes once you know how a hero works. These won't help you actually get better. You have to be in the arena with the wolves. Set hours or even days to dedicate some time to playing ranked matches, 2+ hours if possible. You need to consistently be training and learning. Once you stop, so does your progress. I'd say 8 hours a week is a good place to start. If you want to enter into tournaments and stuff, you're going to need to treat it like part or full-time work. You're going to have to show up, you're going to have to learn, you're going to have to use what you learn, get better, and repeat. You will not get better overnight. Okay? Straight up. This isn't some, like, make money quick type of shit. Okay? That's not how progress works. Again, you got to show up, you got to learn, you got to use what you learn. Okay? If you're learning things and not actually acting on it, it's not going to help at all. It's just information for your brain to just hold on to for no reason. You have to actually use what you learn, get better, and repeat the progress. Okay? Just straight up. You got to put the time in, okay? Unfortunately, if you don't have like 8 hours within a week to just spend training, and that doesn't have to be 8 hours in one day, obviously. You can spread that out 2 hours a day or whatever it may be for you. But that's the only way you're going to get better, is by putting the time in to get better. Because the time that you're not putting in is the time your enemies are putting in, okay? And if you spend like 2 weeks not getting better, that is 2 weeks someone else has spent getting better. Okay? That is just a fact of it. If you want to go to tournaments and you want to win prize money, thousands of fucking dollars, real money, 4 times a year, you're gonna have to put the time in. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. If you don't have the time, don't even bother. Okay? Don't even think about it. Because you don't have the time as it is. You gotta treat it like a sport because it's competitive. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. Okay? That's true for any competitive scene. You have to put in a lot of time. And when you're going into tournaments, you really do have to treat it like full-time or part-time work. You have to be spending most of your time training and preparing and learning and adapting and strategizing. As soon as sign-ups close, that tournament is starting within like 2 hours after sign-ups close. You have like a 2 to 3 month window between tournaments to get better for the next tournament, essentially. So that's why you have to treat tournaments with the utmost respect like that. It's worth real life money. Thousands of dollars can go a long way depending on who you are. Someone like me in particular, I made a whole video about this. But someone like me in particular, even $1,000 would like literally change my life right now. Quite literally. That will impact my future to come. Just that small amount of $1,000, Like, do I need $1 million? No, it'd be cool though, but like I don't need that much. But like even, you can make that part-time work within like a week, roughly, depending on where you live. But within 2 weeks, you usually make more than that doing just part-time work on average. So you do have to give the time in, unfortunately. That's just the